Hello, this is Kelvin Davis, your multifamily newbie. I want to appreciate you. I want to thank you for being on this journey with me as I journey to purchase my first multifamily property. We had our first meetup last night. Had an awesome time, nice crowd. We had some seasoned investors there. We had one or two newbies, but I'm looking for the crowd to grow. We had more seasoned investors than actual, new investors. But I think once the word is circulated that we're consistent with our efforts, we'll have more people to come. One of the speakers mentioned DSCR loans. So that's something we're going to go into a little depth concerning. Sounds like a wonderful product where, especially if you're a entrepreneur like myself, 1099 type individual, where you don't have a steady paycheck coming in, W-2 paycheck coming in, and but the way that the loan works, from what I understand, and like I say, we'll go into depth, intimate detail concerning it, but the lender doesn't look at you as an individual so much and what you're able to do as far as paying back the loan, as they're looking at the property to determine what it can do to pay back the loan, as far as the tenants that are there, the value of the property, and some other things as concerning the property itself, the cash flow capabilities, and what the property is able to do more so than what you're able to do. So it's a debt service something ratio that they're looking at. And like I said, we'll go into more detail, but what I wanted to talk to you tonight, I wanted to talk to you about the BRRRR strategy, BRRRR strategy, and that stands for buy, rehab, rent, refi, and repeat. You want to buy a property, you want to rehab that property, you want to rent the property, refinance it, and repeat the process. Now, in buying the property, you're looking for a property that needs some work, and you determine how much work you're willing or able to do, whatever you feel comfortable with. There are some properties that just need cosmetic fix-up, and there are some other properties that need, a complete tear down, gut the inside to the studs and build it back up. So you make that determination. Of course, the ones that need very little fix-up are going to be higher priced, whereas the ones where you have to really go in and tear the thing down to its bones and build it back up, you can get, at a cheaper price. So it's dependent on you. And of course, location matters as well. But once you buy the property, you're going to go in to rehab. And like I say, the rehab could be some cosmetic all the way down to, a complete tear down. So once you've rehabbed the property, the next thing that you're going to do is get it rented out. Now, if you do a major rehab, the probability of you being able to charge the highest rent for that area is really great. You're really able to command the highest rent for a place that's completely new. But if you're just doing some cosmetic, some updating is really what you want to do to command higher rents. Once you've rehabbed the property and rented it out, get the thing rented out, now you want to go to a bank and refinance. With the buy, you may have used your personal money. You may have used a short-term loan. Hard money is what it's generally called, where you're only going to use the money or have the money for a short period of time. It's not a 30-year loan. It may be a 1 to 2 year loan. And the interest rate is more than likely going to be in the double digits. And the way hard money works is that you'll borrow the money for the specific purpose of purchase. Sometimes they'll give you enough money to also rehab the property, but the payments that you're making are generally only going towards the interest, the service on that debt. You aren't really paying anything towards the principal because at the end of the term, that 12 months, that 24 months, you're going to pay the entire amount that you borrowed. So for the 12 months, you're paying interest or service on that debt. But at the end of that term, they're going to look for all of their money to come back to them. All of the principal is going to be due. So when you refinance, you're looking to refinance for enough, and you need to make sure that your numbers are right, that the after repair value is going to be right, so that you're not only able to pay the loan amount, for the buy, but also whatever amount that you use to rehab. Now, if the hard money guy loans you rehab money, you want to be able to refinance for enough to pay them off completely. But if you maybe had to dip into your personal savings to do the rehab, you couldn't get the money, the loan, the money, borrow the money for the rehab from the same company, then either you went into your personal savings or you had to go to another company to take out a loan for the rehab. You want to make sure that on your refinance, you have enough money to pay all of that debt off, so that you'll only have the one lien against the property when everything's said and done. Now that you've bought the property, you've rehabbed the property, you've rented it out, at those higher rents, the optimal rents that you can get, you've refinanced it, paid off all of that debt, you want to repeat that process. And you want to continue to do that process and grow your portfolio to what you want it to be. So that's basically the BRRRR strategy, which is another strategy opposite of the house hacking strategy that I talked about. Now, it's something you can use to implement the house hacking strategy. But generally speaking, with the house hacking, it's not a first loan that you're taking out to buy it and then looking to refinance later to pay off that. No, with the house hacking, you're making one loan, which is the 30-year loan, long-term loan, and you're living in the property. So that's the difference between the BRRRR and the house hack. With the BRRRR, you're doing a short-term loan to buy it, fix it up, and then you're going to refinance to pay off that loan, and that refinance will be your long-term loan. So that's the BRRRR strategy: buy, rehab, rent, refinance, and repeat. And if that's the strategy that you choose, I wish you the best of luck with it. Of course, I'm doing the house hack, but I am Kelvin Davis, your multifamily newbie, and I look forward to talking with you again on tomorrow. And as always, I'm looking forward to seeing you at the top.